Put it back on. You heard me. Put it back on.
This little roll of tape can reduce your allergies, decrease your blood pressure,
and stiffen your erections. Yeah, I said it.
improve your Z's,
And maybe make you look better.
Why do all towels and tape sound the same?
What do you mean all?
It's not just me, is it? Medical tape, a biohacker's best friend, closing lips and opening noses.
Don't forget to take your tape.
Our mouths are the portal for our health. It's more than just a pie hole. It's where we take in air, where our immune system begins. Taping trains your mouth to stay closed while you're sleeping.
You better keep your mouth shut!
People rely on their mouths to breathe because their sinuses feel blocked. And because they feel blocked, they're never used, leaving them to fall more into atrophy. Sinuses are like big biceps. Use them or lose them. You can guess where I am. Madison Avenue confuses us, suggesting that if your sinuses feel blocked, then you're suffering from a chronic or seasonal allergy that can be remedied with an antihistamine decongestant. This is not always the case. Often what you're experiencing is nature favoring one sinus over the other during certain times of the day. In other words, what you probably mistake for a stuffy nose is in fact nature's way of optimizing your sinus membranes.
I optimized my sinuses in a different way.
If you sleep with your mouth open, if you spend your day walking around with your mouth open, you're what we call a mouth breather. Think about that. You have a big, gaping, unfiltered hole that sucks in not only air, but allergens, pollution particulates, viruses, and bacteria. Keeping your mouth closed forces you to breathe through your nose, which engages your sinuses. Your sinuses are the first line of defense in your immune system. Its mucosal lining is filled with helpful bacteria that aid in moistening, warming, and filtering the air we breathe, greatly improving the quality of oxygen your lungs receive. Mouth breathing gets you more air more quickly, but nasal breathing improves the quality.
Mouth breathing is Walmart. Nasal breathing is Nordstrom's.
Utilizing your sinuses also produces nitric oxide, a compound that dilates blood vessels, increases the amount of oxygenated blood delivery to muscles and tissues like your lungs and heart.
And don't forget your penis.
Nitric oxide manages your blood pressure. It widens the blood vessels, delivering more oxygen and nutrients with less effort.
His erection was there as always.
Nitric oxide also produces a family of signaling enzymes which help prevent platelet clumping, a cause of heart attack and strokes.
Oh, this is a big one. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey.
These enzymes produce new blood vessels from existing blood vessels, help reduce inflammation, and help prevent arterial sclerosis. Nitric oxide also helps regulate REM sleep. And if you happen to be a man of a certain age and urinating in the middle of the night is becoming a problem, nitric oxide helps prevent the need to get up and let it flow. And speaking of the great down under, nitric oxide is a prime component
In stiffening your prime component.
The compound aids in the dilation of the organ's spongy tissue, leading to longer lasting and stiffer erections.
What do you say we go back to my place? I'll show you my cannelloni.
Keeping your mouth taped may save you a fortune on little blue pills.
I'll say.
Taping may eventually improve the symmetry of your face, but to see why, we need to take a look at why you became a mouth breather in the first place. It starts when you're an infant. And look, not to sound like some offshoot Freudian psychoanalyst, but it starts with your mom's boobs. Infants who spend less time being breastfed and are weaned with soft foods begin to suffer the consequences of a weak jaw almost immediately. At first, these consequences seem minute. Childhood snoring, dry mouth, sinus and ear infections. Hell, that's just going to nursery school. But it doesn't stop there. If the causes for these symptoms isn't effectively addressed, you're looking at developing ADHD, stunting physical growth and hampering mental development. It's a vicious cycle. Weak jaws lead to open mouths, which lead to poor chewing and swallowing techniques, which lead to problems breathing and sleeping, which lead to smaller jaws and mouths. If your jaw muscles never fully develop, you never learn to keep your mouth closed naturally. Your mouth hangs open, and as a result, you begin to breathe through your mouth instead of your nose. Weak chewing leads to narrower faces with weaker bones. The muscles and soft tissue at the back of your throat have no place to hang and develop. Instead, they droop, adding to the accumulation of tissue that can block your airway while sleeping, hence sleep apnea. However, this cycle is somewhat fragile. By implementing some simple changes like taping your mouth and learning to breathe through your nose, with discipline and consistency, the body can begin to self-correct.
Little dab will do ya.
Taping the mouth while sleeping keeps the mouth moist, increasing the amount of saliva, spit, which prevents tooth decay, improves digestion, and prevents halitosis.
So minty.
Taping the mouth helps improve jaw placement by teaching the mouth to remain closed while sleeping. This strengthens the jaw muscle, but to really see any changes in facial structure, you have to engage in some muscle building activities, namely chewing foods until they liquefy. Our jaws house some of the strongest muscles in our body, easily able to create over 200 pounds of force with each chew. Chewing difficult foods stimulates the production of stem cells which aid in building strong facial bones. The result is a larger jaw and a wider, more attractive face to surround it. The less chewing, the smaller the mouth, the harder it is to breathe. It's where the insult long face comes from.
I prefer horse face.
Tapey. Granted, these efforts will be greatly reduced the older you are, but personally speaking, I've seen a difference in my own facial structure once I began taping and observing proper chewing and swallowing techniques. But what the hell do I know?
Yeah, what the hell do you know?
True success comes inside a healthy body and thriving mind. If I can do it, anyone can.